When minifigures were first created in 1978, I don't think LEGO would grasp how popular they would ultimately become. It just seemed natural over 2 decades of play to make them, and while starting off simple yet unique, they would eventually have all kinds of complexity to them. Everything from absolutely amazing prints to new molded heads and accessories. They would eventually be made from cartoons and TV stars and movie stars and characters. They themselves would eventually be the stars in their own movie, which had higher praises and scores than just about any MCU movie in the last 5 years. LEGO fans would begin collecting them to all new heights, and the love of them so powerful, it would give them extra push and sway into buying that expensive set that you probably wouldn't have gotten otherwise. This video is about the CMF series and some discrepancies I have with them. So I mentioned the good things about them, and I really think they deserve even way more praise than I gave. But that would just make this video unnecessarily long. Just know that I think 90% of minifigures are made from the highest quality whether I like the theme or not. LEGO does not mess around when it comes to their production. No, the quality isn't my issue at all. There's 2 main things that bother me about the CMF series, and they both kind of correlate with each other. Let's get into it. Is buying a CMF a gamble? I mean, am I placing $5 on CMF hoping to get the winner chicken dinner? I see people say all the time that blind bags on whatnot is gambling, and I know it's not a one-to-one comparison, but CMFs are still partial blind bags. You don't know when you give up your $5 if you're getting the minifigure you were hoping to get, and that's just if you're looking for one. Many people think buying them is not gambling, mainly because when people think of gambling, they think of going to the casino and dropping cash hoping to get rich. However, what is the actual definition? The activity or practice of playing at a game of chance. A chance. Chance. For money or other stakes. Well, I guess the other stakes would be the minifig. The act of practice or risking the loss of something important by taking a chance or acting recklessly. Well, I mean, I guess you're taking a chance. As far as acting recklessly, well, that just depends on how many you buy. To stake money on something for a desired result. Well, that definitely kind of fits the description. Look, is it the same thing as spending your kid's college fund to support your blackjack problem? Absolutely not. But is it still a gamble when you buy one? Yes it is. They come dangerously close to being the same as loot boxes. Even when I've heard the argument about the whole magical mystery of kids getting a random fig and that's the fun of it. Okay, I hear you. Let's say the kid did enjoy that magical feeling of not knowing what they are getting. What kid generally only wants one minifig when they can see a bunch more on the bag? And what if, even worse, they want to collect them all? On the bag it says, 12 to collect. Oh boy, I want to collect them all. Well, little Johnny, I hope your parents got that bread, cheese, and dough because you're going to be buying a lot of CMF packs. Now a lot of you are watching and thinking, Hive, you can buy them individually on the aftermarket. You can buy a whole case and sell your extras. You could get a good scale and weigh them. You can feel the bag. And while yes, I could pay more for them online with shipping, I could spend $150 or more for a box of them and then try and take the time and try and sell all the extras. I could stand in the store and hope that I weigh them all correctly. I could try and fill the bags, even though I have neuropathy from diabetes. Or get this, I could just get what I pay for. Like, come on, LEGO. You can't even give us like a barcode or something on the back just to let us know what it is for the customers who aren't trying to be surprised? Or is there something else going on? We'll come back to that. No doubt, most of us have always resorted to feeling the bags regardless. Even better, a lot of LEGO stores would help us out when a new series would come out by feeling the bags ahead of time and have them set on a table for us. Some people are really good at feeling the bags. And even for someone like me who isn't, I could still find some CMFs I wanted fairly easy if there was a very distinctive mold. And that was for the most part our saving grace in getting the CMF we wanted. And then LEGO changed that too. LEGO is big on environmental issues, and that is not a bad thing. I want to make sure everyone understands that before I say anything else. I say this because while I am for anything that helps the environment, it is not a black and white problem. It has many complexities in different areas and aspects of the environment, how it's managed, and the outcome of everything. I'm not going to go deep into the subject because it will make this video way too long, but I encourage you to go do your own thorough research into things like recycling. With the exception of things like steel, aluminum, and a few other things like that, most recycling is actually worse for the environment, and it costs taxpayers billions of dollars. When it is just better to put it in a landfill and we're not running out of space, then it gets layered until deemed safe by federal regulations, harness all the methane gas to convert into power, and then build a park on top of it. I think we also just really need to get more on stuff like solar, wind, hydroelectric, methane gas, and geothermal, just to name a few. Believe me when I say, there are enough ways to harness energy that nobody in the world should ever have to worry about electricity. But like I said, not in this video. I just need to make sure everyone has context to where I'm about to go with this. LEGO decided to change the CMF bags to these whack-ass boxes. Now, LEGO must have known this would not bode well with the AFOL and TFOL collectors. But if you stick to the kids love the mystery pool, then it's an even more justifiable move because now you can't even feel the bags. And LEGO can even lean more on saying that the way the CMF series has always been done is for kids. And I don't deny that, and even more, I've harped on about how the company is originally and mainly for kids. But that doesn't mean there can't be some compromise, right? Not just for the AFOL and the TFOL, but for that kid that wants to collect them all. The reason I brought up the recycling stuff earlier is because LEGO switched to boxes because they want to be more environmentally friendly. And as I said, I think that for the most part that is a good thing, but as I also said, the boxes are unnecessary. Even so, why not start with the poly bags? I mean, it's more plastic of a bag, and we already know what's in the poly bag. Look, while unnecessary, I agree that these boxes do break down within a year, and that is a good thing. But again, research is key. It feels good when you feel like you're helping our Mother Earth. However, recycling can also have negative environmental impacts, like the process of recycling paper requires the use of chemicals and large amounts of water and energy. More trucks have to come out and pick it up, putting more CO2 in the air. More gas is used. Also, recycling plastic can release harmful pollutants into the air and water. The cost of recycling can also surpass that of producing new materials. This makes it financially unviable, particularly for low-value materials. You know what those boxes are good for, though? Helping LEGO with their profits. Cardboard is lightweight, sturdy, and economical to produce. It drastically reduces shipping costs, and you can slap a feel-good vibe on it so it looks good and even feels like the right thing to do. But even then, let's say I'm wrong about everything. Like I was asking earlier, what about putting something on the back to help out the rest of us while still letting someone enjoy that magical mystery tour you promise? I'm sure there was never any other reasons that could be considered nefarious, could there? Nothing like needing to buy more, not taking advantage of things like the completionist mindset. A slightly different issue has also arisen since the boxes have come into play. This is not a small incident. This is happening everywhere. A lot. This is an issue some retailers are dealing with by putting them behind glass, but what the future of this problem brings is still yet unknown. Before I end this video, let me ask you one question. Would LEGO want someone to only buy one CMF pack? After you answer that, think about the percentage rate of not getting duplicates.